Hello, homebuyers. We're taking a look at 18 Riverfront Drive. It's a nice waterfront property in Venice.
So the sunglasses.
Why am I wearing my sunglasses? Ask the staff. You've seen this house? I'd be outside all the time.
You're not outside now?
You're not outside now, they say. You're so smart.
Thanks.
But first, to see all the info we talk about in this video, you have to go to the listing website for this home. To go to the website for this listing, click the link in the brokered by line below. And when you're on the page, you'll see all this info, and you can do a lot more, like schedule a showing, you can make an offer, and do the entire close right here, and you can do it all without an agent, so you're not paying a fee to anyone. But you're more than welcome to use your own agent if you want. Just don't click on these, because they'll take you to a different agent who's paying for your info as a business lead. All right, back to the review. All right, fine. The glasses are off. Are you happy?
Not really.
Except now I need my other glasses to see.
Sound like an old man.
All right, let's get into 18 Riverfront Drive. Like I said, it's a nice waterfront property. Let's look at a couple of the pictures. See, a lot of natural area here. A lot of natural area behind the house. You got the river there. They're just off of the main river. A lot of space. Big area, a lot of space. Let me scroll through some of these pictures real quick. They did some renovations to the kitchen. I think it turned out pretty nice. Nice looking kitchen there. Let's look at my favorite part, which would be the view to the mangroves. Look, you got nothing behind the house. It's beautiful. I want to scroll down and take a look at the description because there's a couple important points. New metal roof in 2023. That's a big deal. New septic tank in 2025. That's a really big deal. Septic tanks, they cost like 10 to 20,000 to put a new one in. So having a new one, it's great. 3 new well pumps, and a well water treatment system, reverse osmosis storage tank, new vinyl plank flooring, impact glass, solid core doors. And let me note, the kitchen has been completely remodeled. Stone backsplash, sub-zero refrigerator, copper sink, and a wine cooler. Nice features. I also want to note that since it is waterfront, you will need flood insurance. That's important. And we'll look at the travel time real quick. 5 p.m. on a weekday, 15 minutes. This is how far you'll get, 15 minutes. All right. Sticking with the map theme, let me scroll down to show you something else. One of the nice features of this house is you have access to the Gulf of Mexico. Gulf of Mexico? Gulf of America? Are we doing Gulf of America now? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's just say you got access to the Gulf. How about that?
That works.
All right, I want to zoom back into the house because there's some more I want you to see. All right, the thing I like most about the location of this house is that it's not right on the main river. Now, why is that important? Because say in the evening, you're out, you're having a glass of wine sitting on your dock. And if boat traffic is going by, then you got to wave to them. Seriously, it's like a law. It is.
Because you're antisocial.
It's not being antisocial. Sometimes people just want to sit and not have to see other people. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, right.
And now let me scroll up and we'll take a look at the most important part, the price. All right, on our price chart here, you can see all the properties in the area that have sold, for sale, pending. This is the size. This is the price. You can see as the house gets bigger, the price gets higher usually. Out the outside, you get a couple of the funky ones. Just depends on, sometimes you get some waterfront properties or special features, something like that. So let's just focus on the area around this house. We're listed at 1.1 right now. So let's look at some of the other ones in that ballpark. First one right here, 11446 Brightly Drive in Venice. Let me pull up that property. So 11446 Brightly, it's in a community. Here's our home. You can see the proximity. It's a new construction. So brand new house. Beautiful, actually. Let's take a look at a couple of the pictures. I mean, it's a very nice brand new house. I like it. The thing is it doesn't have the water access, and it doesn't have the giant yard. All right, let's look at another nearby property. 1114 Campbell Street. Slightly less price than our listing. So let me pull that one up. And you can see our listing right here and the Campbell Street property right here. It's on the water. It's close. You got access to the river and the Gulf. But as you'll notice, you don't have the big yard, but it is a big property. It looks like this is the whole property right here. So let's pull up the listing. So this one's kind of different because it's an older property. It's older house, smaller house, different wow, fancy with the Zillow here. But I want to note that this is the house and this is a garage. So all you're getting is this, and you're paying $1 million. All right, let's jump back in and look at another listing. Smaller size, similar price. Eisenhower Drive in Port Charlotte. Let's pull that one up. All right, this one you can see the proximity again. Here's the current listing, and here is the Eisenhower Drive property. Also on the water, but like the other one, I will note that you got a pretty big yard here, and this is actually a fairly new construction. Let's pull this one up. $1,060,000, sold in August. We don't have any inside pictures, but we have a guide that will show us. So it's nice. I mean, it's a new property. So 1.06, newish house. On the water, but here's the thing with the water. You have access, but you have neighbors. This is going to be construction. You can already see the sign, it's for sale. So you're going to have neighbors behind you, you have neighbors next door, and you don't have the big yard in the back. So there's not a lot of privacy with this house. All right, let's look at another listing. This one's pending. Actually, the last one sold. So that's what's important to note, that sold prices are much more important than pending or for sale prices, because this pending price, it can sell for anything. So we don't know until it's sold. So anyway, it's at $990. Ours is at 1.1. Also note that it's on the same path as the other listings. So our house is a little bigger. This house is a little smaller. It's along the same slope, similar slope. So that's important to note for the pricing. So let's look at the Riverfront Drive. All right, you can see on the map, here's our listing, and here is the comparison house. Very similar lot. Actually got a lot of empty space here, so that's a really nice feature. Let's pull it up. Oh, it's sold for $950 on 11/19, so that's important to note. It was at $990, it sold for $950. And we lost our pictures too. But we can look at it and see that it's a ranch house, big yard. Inside is very similar to the other house. It's got this big space for like an RV or boat or whatever. But the main home is not the same size. It's smaller than our current listing. So that's worth noting. All right, let's look at one more property just in this vicinity. Let's look at the Cheshire Street. It's closer to the average here, so it's just worth taking a look at. So let's pull up 1211. All right, you can see again, here's where our property is. Here's where that listing is located. It's on the water. Again, you have access to the Gulf there and to the river, but you can see smaller property, neighbors everywhere. Let's take a look at the house itself. Smaller house, built in 05. It's not too old, old-ish. Let's take a look at some of the pictures. It's a nice house too, but just smaller, and you don't have the big lot like you do with our listing. So if you decide you want to move forward on this home, you can visit the property. So you can make an appointment right here from the web page. You'll need identification and proof of financing like a mortgage pre-approval. Or you can even make an offer right here on this page. You can even make an offer right here from the web page. Again, you'll need identification and proof of financing. And just follow the steps, and it's that easy. So again, this is 18 Riverfront Drive in Venice, so thanks for watching. The sunglasses are going back on.
No.